Another challenge I hear from advisors when working with couples is when you have where one of the couples has a really strong dominant personality and the other one is more passive and just ends up agreeing. And I hear from any number of advisors, they're concerned with that because is the one who's agreeing actually agreeing or just going along with it? And then what does that mean for the future of things? So I'm curious, what is your approach to working with these couples where there's this big power imbalance or imbalance in the strength of personality that they each bring?
I have seen those situations, and certainly among the uber wealthy I work with, where one person's created all this wealth and their partner many times is not involved with it. And then that partner wants to participate. And it's usually a process. But connecting on things other than just money and helping understand that's where the therapy can be really helpful, as well as helping the person who they view it as their role in being the caretaker. That's what they're good at. That's the value they bring to the relationship. And now more than ever, women want a seat at the table. And we actually see it a lot in the women that have been married for a long time in those relationships. They're 70 and 80 years old, and they're coming in saying, how do I start this conversation? Because they've had 30 and 40 years of being dominated this way. So the most important thing is to start the conversation and then to work with some professionals. So working with someone like myself, or there's a lot of really great advisors out there that have a lot of skill and history to help pull out and tease out that information and build that the comfort, because part of it too is like giving up control, giving up power. So what are you going to gain if you're giving up that power? And that goes back to make it sexy, right? If it ends up being information that can help someone go closer and emotionally build a stronger relationship, the person that's fearful of giving up that control will be able to loosen the grips. It's not something that happens right away, because a lot of times the person that's in control, they have their whole money history. They grew up, they saw role models, they have certain ideas, but there's never been a better time for women to ask to have a seat at the table. And now that there's so many economic gains in the workforce and how women have economic powers, it's like that is coming to fruition more and more. There's the younger Gen Z and millennials have less of an issue than the Gen X and boomers do, for sure.